My name is Clara and I'm from Denmark.
My name is Kyle Friesen from Canada.
Hi, my name is Melanie and I'm from the Netherlands.
Hi, my name is Alexandra and I'm from Canada.
My name is Tim. I was one of the leaders on the outreach to Uganda.
Uganda, in a few words, was for me intense, but also really eye-opening to see like how their real situation is.
I found Uganda to be just like I remembered it on my last trip, beautiful and full of inviting and warm people.
I found Uganda very wild and very generous and also quite religious.
It was pretty cool. I've never experienced anything quite like it.
I found Uganda to be quite intense at times. The people are extremely hospitable and just they're generous, overflow of love really. They love on us so much, and yeah, it was really cool to see.
April 20th, we landed in Uganda. Then we drove and we went up to Lira, which was about an 8-hour drive. And we stayed there for the night because we couldn't make it to the village. But then the next morning we drove to a village called Edwardi, which is where we stayed.
I think he definitely grew my compassion for people as well as just patience. When you're on outreach, there's like a lot of things that can happen, and it really makes you need to be patient in a lot of situations.
After a week there, we drove up to a place called Katido, which is where the Karamojong people are.
I love the kids in Uganda because they're not taken care of by their parents the same way as they are in the West, so they don't get as much attention when they're crying, and this makes them quite rough, which I like. So the kids, they're just wild and eager to get some attention from us and have some fun with us, and I really love that. We could obviously see how poor they were and the poverty in Uganda and the kids. But these kids were just focusing on life, focusing on having fun and picking the mangoes. They were just fearless.
And then we drove back down to Lira, and we stayed there for a few days. Then we drove up to Adjumani.
When you're driving in Uganda, it's a little bit different. Like, there are a lot of holes in the way, and one time we were driving with the van and it rained a lot and so much mud, and our driver was really trying, but this one moment on our way to Adjumani, we got stuck in the mud and we all had to push the car, and so the guys climbed out of the window because we couldn't open the door. And all the people around were laughing. I thought it was so funny. So on the end I climbed out to push the car, and then even the driver helped. And someone else broke the car, so we had to leave with the car.
A trip we took to Adjumani was a refugee camp where South Sudanese refugees had come over to North Uganda to wait for their country to be stabilized. One lady gets up at the end to testify, and she goes off and she's talking, and we're like, what is she saying? Finally they translate it for us, and she was basically saying, I didn't get healed, I'm too much of a sinner, maybe you guys can pray that God will forgive me. And so I walked over to her, and some of the other team came, and I started praying, and I was just telling her that Jesus died for you. He gave it all for you so that you don't have to be guilty anymore.
Step and see if it's any better.
She just chucked her crutch down on the ground and just started walking off. And it was a moment I think I'll never forget, and the team will never forget. She came back and she began to thank us and say how much she appreciated us. So that was one of my highlights on our journey to Uganda.
God bless.
The most beautiful thing about baptism is that we are called to do it as a body of believers, so that we might testify for each other that today we have been baptized by Jesus Christ.
I recognize you as my Lord. Thank you that you love me. Come and transform me with your love. Thank you, Jesus, for making me a new person. Simple. Baptize you in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. I want an intimate relationship with you. Holy Spirit, come